everyone, it's Lori from loristory.com. Today I have a tutorial to show you how to make this trifold card. This card could be used for many occasions. Just change out the sentiments that you put on the front, and it could be a birthday card. This is going to be a Valentine or I love you card, but like I said, you could use it for anything. The principle will be the same. All we need to make this card is a square. So we're going to go into Insert Images. We're going to type square. Going to grab this one. Insert. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is select it, copy, paste. Put this one over to the side. Going to select this one. Going to go to the Edit menu. Going to unlock Keep Proportions, because if you notice, this isn't quite a true square. It's a little bit higher or taller than it is wide. So I'm going to make this a 5-inch square card. So it's going to be 5.00 by, you guessed it, 5.00. Okay, we're going to set this right here. I'm going to grab this square, and I'm going to make this long. It needs to be longer than the box. The exact measurement doesn't really matter. I'm going to go over here to the rotate, and either you can click this first little button past, say that was 12 o'clock, the first one, that would be 45 degrees, or you could just type in 45. I'm just going to click that button. And now I'm going to, just to make this easier to see, I'm going to click on this layer in the Layers panel. I'm just going to change it to a different color. Then while it's still attached, or still selected, I'm going to select, and I'm going to push it in the back. And this is just to make it easier. But this should be at a perfect angle to line up with this other square from corner to corner. Oh, you know what? I forgot one step. Select off of that. Select your square. We need another one. Copy, paste. Okay, now let's go back to this. So we're lining up this rectangle from corner to corner. And that looks pretty good. I also want to make this go past that corner. What I'm trying to do is slice this square right down the center. So now I'm going to select everything. I'm going to right click, and I'm going to slice. Okay, so we have this piece, we could just delete it. We have this piece and that piece. We'll leave those together. Alright, now while those are selected, make sure they're both selected. See it over here in your Layers panel. I'm going to copy and paste. Alright, now while the one side or the other, it doesn't matter which, is selected, we're going to go over here in the Edit panel, and we're going to change those to 4.5. Alright, now just to keep it straight, take that set and let's make it another color, and it doesn't matter which color. Okay. So that's our small set, the pink one. Let's move this down here out of our way. All right, so now we have this piece and this piece, and I really only need one of them. So I'm going to pull this one down. I'm going to grab this, and I'm going to grab my square. And I want to line these up. If I click on this one and I look in the Edit panel, the y-axis is at 1.34. So I know if I grab this one and I put this at 1.34 on the y-axis, that those are perfectly lined up. But I need them to slightly overlap, so I'm going to select one, and I'm going to just use my arrow key until they are touching. And now they are. going to hold my shift key and select the second one. And I'm going to right click and weld. Now we have one piece. Okay, in order to make this card, we need two pieces like this. So we're going to copy, paste. Okay, and this piece we need to mirror vertically and then mirror horizontally. All right, let's see what we have here. This is going to, when we put it together, you're going to glue this piece and this piece together just like this. So then this piece will fold over here. We'll fold from top to here, and then this piece will fold this way. It'll make sense when we get it all put together. Now this rectangle or triangle we don't need any longer. We can delete that. This piece is going to fit. Let's bring it to the front. Arrange, bring to front. This piece is going to fit on the front of the card in this corner. This piece, arrange, bring to front. It's going to fit on the front of the card this way. Okay, now if you want to add a score line, you can. If not, you can do it yourself. You're going to fold it right here, and you're going to fold it right here. So let's go get a score line. We'll go insert image, score line. And there it is, insert. Okay, here is our score line. You size it by pulling from the bottom. You can rotate it by using the circle handle on the top. We don't want to do that. And I want it to be right lined up with this corner right here. So I'm going to select it and do the best I can to get it lined up. That looks pretty good. Now before I attach that, I want to copy and paste it. So remember, we're going to need another score line up here. So we can go ahead and line that one up, and it should be sized correctly. Just a tad. Okay, now what we have to do with a score line to keep it in place, to tell the machine or to tell the software that we want that score line to be right there, we have to select the base layer, hold our shift key, and select that score line. And if we look over here in the layers panel, I can see it didn't select the base, so let's try that again. The score line is selected, hold the shift key, select the base. And now we have both lines selected. I'm going to right click and attach. And now that score line is attached. Okay? And that came to the top because we were just working with that layer. Let's do this one. Score line, hold the shift key, hold the base, make sure they're both selected over here. They are. Both turn blue. Right click, attach. And now that piece is correct. Okay, so we have everything we need to make this card. Again, when we put it together, you glue this piece on top of this piece. This corner will fold down, and then this piece will go over the top of it. And this corner will fold down, and this piece will go over the top of it. Okay, at this point we've completed the card base. At this point I would save this file and call it Criss Cross Card. You can see I've already done it. This card base can be used for several other occasions, as I've already mentioned, and it's just good to have the blank card base to work from when you're designing a new card, but you want to use this style. So I've already done that. So now we're going to go to File, New, and I'm going to show you how and it's asking me, do I want to save it? I'll save it again. And yes, I am going to leave this page because I'm going to go to a blank canvas. And now I'm going to show you how I made the front using the SVG file that I've been offering in the Facebook groups for free. All you need to do is go upload image, and it's a vector upload. Browse to where you save the file. Mine's on my desktop, and it's this file. It's called LNXOXO You and Me. And open. This is the file. You can tag it if you want to. Save image. Okay, and you can see I already downloaded it, so I have two, but it'll be this first one right here. Click on it till you get the green check. Insert image. Okay, we need a couple more things before we do anything to that, so we're going to go to Insert Image. We need a square. Grab that one. And we need a heart. And I'm going to use this one. It is from Create a Critter. Insert. Okay. Click on the square. Click on the edit. In the edit panel, change the square to 5 inches. We're just using this to size the other elements. While the square is still selected, go Arrange, move to back. Okay, so imagine this is the front of our card. How big do we want the element on the front of the card? And I'm just going to move that down to about 2.5 inches wide. That works for me. Now this, I don't want the You and Me, and of course I don't want my name on there. But before I do that, I want to pull this down and kind of get an idea of where the XOXO is going to fit. So let's put that on the front, arrange, move to front. And I want it to be a little bit smaller. So it'll fit inside that heart, and I'm just looking at the XOXO. That looks good. So I'm going to pull it over here. I'm going to right click, ungroup. Okay, so everything is ungrouped. I'm going to click off of the image. I'm going to select the You and Me and delete. I'm going to select the shadow layer, delete. And I'm going to select the SVG by Lauren Unamaker, delete. Okay, so we have the XOXO ungrouped and by itself. At this point, if you want to change the color of the red or the white, you can. You just click on it in the Layers panel. And I changed the red to kind of a greenish. And I think I just kind of played around with it until it was a color I liked. And that's it. Now at this point you can either choose to cut these out separately, or what I should have done and didn't do, but it would have made it easier, is flatten both of these. So select all, or select both the green and the white layer, or whatever color you made it, and hit flatten. Now this is going to print and cut in one layer. You won't have to glue that white layer on top like I did, and that would have made things a lot easier. And that's going to fit right there. Okay, the next thing I did was grab the heart, and I did the same thing. I flattened it. Instead of cutting out two separate pieces and gluing them together, I flattened it. So now this is a separate piece, this is a separate piece. This card base we no longer need, we just use that for sizing. So we can delete that. You can either just hit the delete key on your keyboard, or you can select it and hit delete over here in the Layers panel. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up. I will see you soon. Thanks.